Oh, you felt it, didn't you? That rush, that subtle but undeniable tremble that ran down your spine the moment Mommy just flipped her credit card, the sound of plastic sliding through my fingers, the soft click as financial power was unleashed to serve my whims. You know the feeling so well, that mixture of awe and desperation, because every swipe is proof that you exist for me, that your loyalty is real, your submission tangible in the form of tributes cascading onto my life of indulgence. Don't pretend you don't shiver when you hear that sound. That sign that your money is making me shine a little brighter, a little more radiant, wrapped in silk and dripping with diamonds. My credit card isn't just a tool. It's a symbol of your place beneath me, a crystal clear message that your desires, your little fantasies bow to my luxury, my spending, my insatiable appetite for things you could only dream of owning, yet pay for willingly because you ache to be owned. You watch me, don't you, from your cramped little space of envy and yearning, as I revel in brands that only whisper exclusivity, as I slip into shoes meant for the most exquisite tastes, each swipe revealing another layer of your helplessness, clutching at the fleeting glimmers of affection you think come with your tribute. But let's be clear, your money isn't about affection. It's about proving yourself unworthy to others, but worthy enough to serve me. You feel that tug inside? That emptiness deep in your chest that only fills when you hear my laughter spill over the boutique's velvet walls, when I saunter past the admiring crowds wearing what your hands bought without hesitation. Each charge on that bill is a slice of your pride, diced finely and served on a platter for me to savor, because your real payment is the ache you hold in silence, hoping to be noticed, hoping to belong to this glittering world where I reign supreme. Mommy doesn't just spend. I own. I rule. I am the whispered desire, behind every worn-out wallet and beaten soul begging for a moment of my attention. You thought it was easy, didn't you? That your sacrifices were invisible, that your devotion was quiet. But watching your face when Mommy just flipped her credit card cut sharper than any word, I see it in your eyes. The sudden flush of panic, the delicious submission, as your mind races to measure the price of my satisfaction. The reality is brutal, my little Paypig, and you've learned it well. Your existence is about fuel, about patronage, about the silent worship of Daddy's money, standing behind Mommy's impeccable grace. I'm not just spending. I'm flaunting your chains, proving to the world and to myself how perfectly you fit beneath my heels. Don't try to hide your delight in your own dependence. I know it's messy, the shame, the craving, the need to prove your worth through your dwindling bank statement, but every dollar you send is a strand tying you closer to Mommy's web, a reminder that your value is defined by your service, your obedience, your endless, bratty spending on me. Remember how I teased you last night, telling you about the new designer dress that just arrived? You felt the pulse quicken, didn't you, at the thought that your tribute paid for that silk cascading over my skin, that warm fabric hugging the curves you worship from afar. It's not just a purchase, it's a throne I sit upon, crafted from your submission, each fabric fold echoing your pathetic need to be crushed beneath my attention. I spent, oh yes, I spent, while you held your tongue, while you debated your worth and your limits, your mind a swirling storm of shame and pride. And isn't that exquisite? To be so utterly powerless and yet so desperately attached, knowing you carry the weight of my desires in your empty wallet. Mommy's decadence grows with every payment you send, shaping my empire and shrinking your hope until all that's left is the gleaming, brutal truth. You belong to me, bound not by chains but by credit. Feel it again. The gentle shudder when the card is flipped. The soft whisper of permissions granted, allowing me to live in extraordinary luxury while you crawl in silent servitude. Every purchase is a reward, a punishment, a test of your devotion, wrapped in my bratty smile and velvet voice. You don't get to question why I spend, because spending is power, and power belongs to me alone. Your job, little one, is to fund this kingdom, to sacrifice your dignity on the altar of Mommy's extravagance, and to revel in the delicious scarcity of your own pleasures as I drown in opulence. The credit card in my hand is the scepter of your obedience, a reminder that you exist not for yourself, but to elevate me, to prove that even your weakness can be transformed into pure, untouched luxury. So tremble, ache, and yearn because Mommy just flipped her card and you felt it. Oh, you thought the first flick of Mommy's credit card was just a moment? Honey, that was merely the overture to a symphony of spending designed to drown your soul in sweet submission. Welcome back, my little Paypig, to the empire of Mommy Lux, where every swipe, every sumptuous purchase, every luxurious indulgence is a razor-edge reminder of your place at my feet. Feel that shiver again? The electrifying thrill that pulses through you when Mommy just flipped her credit card? That sound, that singular click, is the crack of the whip wrapped in velvet. Soft yet commanding, teasing yet absolute. It's not just a transaction, it's a declaration. It says, I am the queen of this game, and you, my little devotee, exist to fund my grandeur. Look how effortlessly it glides through my fingers, as if money itself obeys my whims, bending and folding beneath my will, like the supple leather of my newest designer clutch. You watch, caged behind your envy, your desperation simmering with every new label that adorns my silhouette, Gucci, Chanel, Prada, each brand a jewel in my crown, each swipe a nail in the coffin of your independence. Your pennies, your sacrifices, your whispered pleas, they are not tokens of affection, darling. No, they are proof, they are currency of your complete surrender. With every cent you relinquish, you carve deeper into your own pride, only to have Mommy Lux coyly collect the shards and use them to build her palace of opulence. Isn't it deliciously degrading to see your hard-earned money spin like silk into my hands, transforming from your weakness into my weapon of delight? Remember last night when I teased you with that glimpse of the new designer heels? They're not just shoes, sweet pea. They're platforms for my command, foundations for my authority. Each step I take is a stomp on your futile desire, each click a reminder that I am untouchable while you cling to the crumbs of my attention. And guess what? Those expensive shoes were yours, paid for by your devotion, your willingness to shrink yourself into a shadow beneath my luminous spotlight. I see the flicker in your eyes, the twitch of your lips when I talk about my shopping sprees, how your tribute funds, glittering nights filled with champagne and exclusivity. And you ache, don't you, for a chance to be worthy in my world, to be more than a name on a declining bank statement. Your wallet may cry, but Mommy's laughter sings, echoing through boutiques and penthouses alike. You think you're resisting? Oh, sweetheart, the truth is you revel in this need, the humiliation of your empty accounts, the thrill of your silent obedience. Each payment etches your devotion deeper into the ledger of my empire. You exist to service my whims, to bask in the aftermath of my extravagance, knowing full well that your own desires wilt in the cold shadow of Mommy Lux's kingdom. And here I am, draped in velvet and diamonds, sipping on the finest cognac, while you refresh your account balance for the 100th time today, hoping, begging silently, for the privilege to keep me adorned. There is no shame in your submission. Rather, it is your greatest truth, to serve, to give, to prove beyond the fractured remains of your pride that you belong here, under me, below me. Feel that again, the way your breath catches when the card whispers through the reader. Mommy is not just spending, I am asserting my dominion. Each perches a crescendo in the opera of your obedience. You are the melody woven beneath my rich harmony, the refrain of loyalty echoed in credit and sacrifice. You weren't built for power, little one. You were designed for devotion. And that devotion is paid in dollars that I consume and transform into art, into beauty, into the intoxicating spectacle of Mommy Luck's world. Don't hide your hunger. It's as natural as my silk gowns, as inevitable as the torque of my fame. So tremble again, Paypig, as Mommy's credit card pierces the air and paints the day in shades of luxury and longing. The game is set, the piece is moving as I please. Your tribute is not just money, it is your soul's currency, spent freely to keep Mommy's throne gleaming and your existence tethered to my every extravagant demand. Remember, in this world of silken shadows, Mommy Lux reigns supreme, powerful, unyielding, and gloriously bratty. And you are mine, endlessly, irrevocably, beautifully bound by the credit you send and the worship you cannot resist. So bow your head, fill your accounts again, and feel that exquisite aching release as Mommy just flipped her credit card, and you felt it, deep in your bones,